This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. Looks like it's time for round 23 of the 2019 Series Nations Cup on Gran Turismo Sports. So this is going to be getting ready to get started. So we'll be using Group 1 race car on Circuit de la Sarthe for 5 laps, and this is going to be one fast, challenging moment to be prepared. So everything is going to be given a good choice that might be given the best selection we'll be able to use. So actually that we'll be able to choose a LMP1, Vision GT Group 1, and the Group C race car. So this is going to be very excellent that this is going to be giving a good challenging to be able to get ready. So looks like this is going to be good to be able to use a recommend Group 1 prototype race car to use for the Sauber Mercedes C9 1989 with a Total Drama Island library design killer bass. So everything is going to be good and set up for a balance of performance. So this is going to be given the good recommend settings that this is going to be given for use. So I hope that this is going to be very excited to be able to have a good Group 1 race to begin, because this is going to be very challenging to be able to have a best moment for it. So in case that if you guys have already seen the 2019 24 Hours of Le Mans, so this is going to be the best moment that we might be given the good chosen for the track. Is going to be perfectly well and very best that might be to give it good choice to do it. So I hope that this is going to be brilliant for next year's for the 24 Hours of Le Mans, but this time hypercars are now going to be categorized to be able to confirm. So looks like we did everything that we just always saw the best moments for LMP1 race car type. This is going to be giving the excellent moments to go. Now everything is going to be good to be able to have a good recommend settings to be able to give a good double check before you're about to take the practice. So I hope that this is going to be given a good choice, that this is going to be very excellent to be able to have a good hot lap to begin. So I'll have to do my best, but this is going to get very roughly to be able to stay careful to do it. But it's going to take 3 minutes to take a one good excellent hot lap to go for, but this is going to be able to do my best, but this is going to be very challenging to be able to be prepared. Now I hope that this is going to be good to be able to have a good hot lap guide to Cody, one of the GT players, but it's very good in the press, but this is going to be takes a lot of technique. They just use the Sauber Mercedes C9. It's going to be very challenging that this is going to be given a good hot lap guide for a recommend. So I'll make sure this is going to be given a good way to go. So I hope that this is going to be given a good better method that this might be able to use. So maybe just going to have to take a lot more turns to be able to get everything better. Now we're just going to have that turn to go in, and this is going to get pretty close and simple to stay on it, but I'm just definitely might be able to get everything going on, take a good one clear top lap, but this race is going to be getting a little bit tougher to do it, but it is going to be roughly to be able to go better. Now it's going to be taking a little bit possible to take an out and out corner, because it's going to be slightly difficult. So if we might be able to avoid the penalty, this is going to be giving us good important ways to be able to stay careful, but this is going to take a lot of more runs to be able to keep up on it. Now this is going to have to take a lot of excellent maximum speed. It's going to be going in and in. This is going to giving a good cue to be able to get the double cones so we might stay at it. But it's going to take a little bit much longer to be at the performance, but it takes a lot of skills and it takes everything better to do it. But this is going to be quite very excellent to be able to keep going, but this will might get close. Now this is going to be giving a good straight to be able to do a little sideways, because getting a close edge that this is going to be takes a lot of overtake whenever you're going to have to do it. Okay, this is definitely good. Good thing I took the second part. Now, I hope that this is going to be good for the next Gran Turismo World Tour event for this year. So, looks like they're going to have to take on the Nürburgring for the World Tour after Paris. because this is going to be the greatest moment that everybody really wants to take on for, because this is going to be part of an inspirational World Tour event that might be going on for. So this is going to be quite very excellent about the history of the Nürburgring, because this is going to be a great documentary film about the track, because this is going to be quite brilliant to see it, but we'll make sure we also want to take a good chance to see how all the other players are doing, because this is going to be giving a good, excellent speed to get everything started out for. Alright, just going to have to take the Indianapolis section, and then take the little out and out corner is going to be taking the little 90-degree right angle turn that's going to be going on. Now, the fourth corner is going to be very easy and very freestyle, so it's going to have to take a little managed track to be able to get everything settled. So I hope that this is going to be getting a little bit possible ways to be able to avoid getting off the track by the sand trap. When you see, it's very possible to be able to go a little more concentration to get better. So this is going to be able to take a lot more chances to get there. Alright, looks like this is going to get a little bit over 3 minutes and 16 seconds. So this is going to have to get everything settled, and then this is going to get a few more last chance on the fourth chicane. But this is going to be very challenging to go as possible. So make sure this is going to be able to do the best runs to be able to go in for. But this is going to be very fast and challenging, but this is going to be able to take 2 laps for a section of this run, and this is going to be going in and then going a little bit harder to do it. But this is going to be a professional moment that this is going to have to take a lot more distance to get there. Alright, this is going to get better and ever do it. And this is going to get a little bit possible to have that turn taken out and out. It's going to get very closer to be able to avoid the penalty. Now, still got enough time, but this is going to get very much faster to do it. So, good thing 5 laps is going to get pretty challenging to get better and simple to do it. So, it's going to have to take much time to do it for only 1 pit stop or a given time for use. Okay, let's just gonna have to go and take that chicane, go and get everything needed. But, well, giving a little bit reminder check, don't make any mistakes, because that considers a penalty. So we just probably might need to be very careful, because that could be easier to be able to force into the penalty line to slow down. Now, I hope that this is going to get very closer to stay on it, but, well, whenever it's going to get a little bit mistaken, that this is going to get a little bit happen. But this is going to get pretty close that if we might be able to stay as the main professional ways to go there. But we'll make sure this is going to be giving a little bit tougher ways to be able to get a good approach. And also, the Mulsanne corner is definitely the hard part that could be able to end up on the sand trap. So that could be the most hardest things that you should probably be very much careful to do it. So right now, I have to go again for taking a 1 good attempt that this is going to be good to do better. But it's going to be very fast and very challenging, so it's going to be able to get close. Now let's go for a new lap again. This is going to be good to have the close opponent, might be giving me a better chance to go for it. Now, I hope that this is going to be quite very good to do it, so this is going to get better and ever to do it. But this is going to give it 1 good clear lap without making any mistakes, because this is going to be one possible moment to be able to get prepared, to get improved, and giving a good way to be able to keep up the hard work, to be able to keep going fast. Okay, looks like things about to get a little bit further up on it. Joseph Conde is still going in far away, so this is going to get very worked hard to be able to keep up on it. So whenever it's going to be taking a little bit much more possible way to be able to master the Group 1 car, but it is very advanced and professional, and this is going to get a lot of clean turns that this will might get better to improve. SR and driver rating is important, so we might be able to get better to be able to do the quickest way to build there. Now, still got enough 3 minutes of time, and this is going to get pretty worked up to be able to get ready, so this is going to be able to work hard to take the record for taking the progress to go for. Okay, just going to stay on it and then get that throttle on it. Now, looks like just going to have to take the most in the corner, so this is going to have to take it nice and neat and give it a better way to avoid collision. Now, this is going to get pretty better and closer to go for, but still takes a little bit much more far distance from the opponents, because this is going to give you a little bit possibility to be able to get there quick. Okay, just gonna reach up for 215 miles, again giving in for a little dive in on the Indianapolis section corner. But this is gonna get pretty close to be able to go there. But this is gonna have to take a lot of braking points to be able to avoid the penalties to go in as possible. Now, this is gonna have to take one usual way to be able to perform it. But this is gonna get very much quickly to give a good straight turn. Alright, take that inside is going to be going quick, and then better have to avoid the walls to be able to go while taking a lot more turns to go in. And also, this is going to give a very possible ways to be able to land the apex whenever if you really want to avoid the penalties, so that could be giving a possible way. Alright, just gonna keep going again. This is gonna giving a good fast distance for it. So 3 minutes and 31 seconds. Just might need to have 1 second, as this will might make it 3 minutes and 30 seconds. It's gonna be going in. But this is going to take a lot more better to do it. Alright, so looks like that's it for now, because this is going to get very excellent to be able to be ready for this race. So looks like this is going to get started. We're having a one good time to be able to get ready to go. So I hope that this is going to get very worked hard to be able to keep up on it. But this is going to be giving a good full extended distance for the daily workout complete, folks, because this is going to get everything ready to go. So, well, maybe giving an optional comment to me, because maybe I should probably have to take the qualifying practice before the race begins. So this might be giving a good time to be able to do it. So maybe it's just going to have to pause for a moment. Alright, here we go. Looks like time to join in session of this race, and then this is going to get very different to be able to go and get everything settled. Now, looks like we have 20 drivers are now joining in the race, so looks like everybody is here, and mostly other usual players I just definitely recorded from the last segment of the video race might be going in. So looks like everybody is here, so this is going to be very perfect to go and get started for this challenge. So good thing they also has Vision GTs, LMP1s, and Group C race cars. So this is going to be quite very well packed to be able to have to get ready for this race. This is going to be perfect for having a good challenge that this will might get started. So we'll make sure if we might be able to keep going and get better, and this is going to be getting a good challenging to be able to take a lot more chance to be able to keep it going and drive fast to be able to go as possible. Now let's just have to wait for everyone to finish getting ready to go. So this is going to be quite very excellent to take a lot more few minutes time to be able to go there, but this is going to be able to have to take 12 minutes for a qualifying time, that this is going to be quite worked up to be able to get ready. So this time, different car numbers are also remains the same, so this is going to be getting good to be able to have to get ready. So let's just going to have to do it. So looks like this is going to be given a good 10 minutes of this race, so this is going to be quite very excellent. So let's just going to go and get out, and then let's just going to take everything, get this show on the road, and this will might get ready for one good warm-up to be able to begin. So I hope that this is going to give a very good possible race to be able to work fast and then work properly to be able to get ready. Everything is no turning back, because this is going to be a Group 1 race in the Nations Cup, and this will might go underway. This is going to get everything worked hard to be able to get a good, excellent efficiency improvement. So I hope that this is going to be giving a little bit much more fast to be able to get through, but this is going to get everything worked close to go in for. Now, everything is considered to have a 10-minute qualifying time. This will might be giving a good 3-minute rush, that this is going to be able to get a good improved time, but it's going to be giving a little bit possible to be able to keep trying, and this is going to give it a little bit much more work to be able to give a good Le Mans race car that this is going to be able to go in. But better make sure the chicane is going to be the hard part. We'll make sure we have to be much careful to avoid the penalties, but cutting corners is definitely unfair, that if we might be able to take it nice and slow. Just going to make sure everything is going to be take a warm-up, because fuel map is on, so this will might get ready to do everything we must. This is going to have to take a lot of responsibility to be able to get a good clean race, but this is going to be very challenging to be able to go there. Alright, so looks like everything is going to be quite settled to do it, so looks like 3 drivers just left. So maybe this is going to be able to have a 17 car for this race that this will might get in for. Alright, let's go and get ready for our qualifying time to begin. Let's get this started. Now, this is going to get very worked up to be able to get ready, because this is going to be a one tough race to be able to go there, because it's all about the speed and handling, that this is going to have to take a lot more focus to be able to get there. Now, let's just going to have to go in, and then take a lot more speed to be able to get there. So it's going to have to take a lot of slipstream to be able to push through. By giving the straight that this is going to be giving a good efficiency for increased SR ratings, will might give the effect. So it's going to be able to keep trying to be able to increase the acceleration that this will might go there. So this is going to have to take a lot more excellent speed to be able to get everything worked up on it. So this is going to be getting a good Group 3 race car for this race, but this is going to be quite very challenging to get started. Manage the throttle while taking the chicane is going important. So that could be quite giving the extra tip that this is going to be might needed for. Now almost just going to have to take a lot more overtakes to be able to get there. So this is going to have to take slipstream, that this is going to get everything worked hard. But also might better have to watch out, because that could be getting a little bit hard to go on for, but it's going to get a little bit reckless, but it's going to be very cautionable that we might be very careful, so we just really don't want to get too rough on us. Well, it seems we didn't count on it, because we might be able to have a very good prototype race event that this is going to be quite giving a good chance to be prepared for. Now, let's just going to have to keep going, and then keep that throttle wheel might be able to go up, and then this is going to be quite very amazing to be able to drive so fast. So this one might be able to have to work hard to do it. So just going to have to give a good well manage of the tires, that this is going to be able to have to work out for. just gonna go in and then take that Indianapolis second corner to be able to approaching in on 90-degree right angle. Okay, just gonna keep going up and then keep going faster. So it's gonna have to take a lot more time to be able to keep up the distance. A lot more practice as always, but this is going to give him a little bit much more work to be able to keep going, but looks like everything is going to be going on by the book, but this is going to have to take a lot of skills to be able to do a hot lap or a qualifying run, but this is going to get a lot more rest to get close. Fourth chicane is going to be important, so this one might get better than ever to do it. Now, here we go. Take the qualifying time and tame it. This is going to give him a good rush to be able to do it. Okay, I hope this hot lap might be quite very worked up according to Cody's hot lap guide. This is going to be giving a good ways to be able to make a good hot lap, but this is going to be giving a good quick and improve. Okay, not much on that out and out corner, but it's going to be giving a little bit possible to avoid the penalty, but it's going to get very tougher to get. Now, looks like this is going to get a little bit possible to be able to have a 5.5-second penalty, because out and out corner on the track is going to be giving a little bit possible to be able to get there, but it's going to have to take a lot more ways to be able to get closer, but just going to have the hazard lights might need to turn on, and then this is going to be going in and then keep going faster to do it. Now, this is going to have to take a lot more time, that this is going to be, you have to take a lot more rush to go there. Okay, second chicane is going to be quite giving a good smooth. I hope that this is going to be very worked hard to be able to give a good qualifying run time, that this is going to get everything worked up on it. So it's going to be quite very challenging to be able to get everything worked hard to take a good racing strategy to do it. Prototype race cars are definitely extremely fast to be able to take the most hot lap, that this might be quite very good for competitive racing. So looks like giving 4 minutes of time, that this is going to be able to do okay, but this is going to be able to take a little bit much more time to be able to keep going by the rush, but well, it's going to be able to take 5 laps, that this will might be able to do okay, if we might be able to work hard to go for it, because this is going to be giving a good way to be able to increase the driver rating. He is going to be able to work hard as possible. Just going to have to keep an eye on the clock while taking a lot more runs to be able to go in there. Okay, just keep everything going on. Don't let anything happen to be able to avoid the sand trap. Alright. This is going to get a little bit stay partially to be able to get the throttle who might be worked up on it. Now everything is going to be worked hard to be able to take the fourth chicane. Is going to be going in nice and neat. And there it is. Looks like 3 minutes and 28 seconds is going to be the hard part, that I should probably take it, because this is going to be very advanced to be able to work hard to do it. So by taking the top to bottom is going to be going on the way, but this might be able to come close to be able to go at it, because this is going to be the most hard achievement that I could probably able to tame it for it. So just gonna have to keep an eye on the other players. Definitely took the qualifying time that this is gonna be given a good chance to do it. So maybe this is gonna be able to have is gonna be able to go better. Just gonna have to take it out and out. Is gonna be able to do okay. So this is might be able to have to give it in for. 6th place is gonna be going better than ever to take it on. And looks like there's Sarthe is here again for this race since the last time. I just got the Gr Super GT Cup. Now, this is going to get a little bit slow managed to be able to get a good check on it. Still got enough time to be able to keep going. So this is going to be quite very fast to be able to go there. Okay, giving enough time that this is going to be able to work faster to go in. Okay, launch that throttle over here. This is going to be on my way. Now, this is going to be giving the better way to be able to have a good achievable position. So, this might be able to have to get close, and then this is going to be able to have to take a lot more turns to be able to get better. Now, looks like by giving enough time, because this is going to be able to make it in by 35 seconds. So, looks like a little bit of time remaining left to go. So, I hope that this is going to be quite very excellent, that this is going to be a very good race to be able to go closer as possible. Alright, there we go. This is going to get everything pretty close, and then giving a good 1-2 finishing up by the chance that this is going to be giving a little bit overtime, that this is going to be able to get ready. So, looks like 4 minutes and 22 seconds is going in until all other players are now locked in on the final lap or finishing up the qualifying time. Okay, that was pretty shot close. Now it's going to be quite challenging to might be prepared for anything. Now, by giving a good check to see it, so it looks like this is going to give a good overtake checked in for it. Just going to have to go in and proceed as possible. So this is going to be able to have to take a lot of close edge strategy to be able to go there. Okay, let's go and give that push, and then this is going to be given a good way to go for. And looks like 4th place is now setting up in place, and now I am ready to take on the top 3. This is going to be very challenging that this might be prepared, or even if possible able to have other opponents who also takes the most fastest lap that this is going to be able to go in for. Well, I hope I might be good to be able to race for the Porsche 919 hybrids, but this is going to be very challenging to be able to go for. But looks like giving a better way to be able to have a good mid-engine prototype race car is going to be very challenging for the 2016 prototype race car. So looks like this is going to be quite very challenging to be able to race for the LMP1s. So good thing that this is going to be very challenging and very tougher to be able to get a good chance to be able to race for the LMP1 race car. So this is going to give a better ways to be able to race hard and race everything we can. But this is going to be giving a good, awesome race that this is going to be able to prepare to take much more laps to be able to go as possible. Now, just going to have to take 2 minutes of time until all the other racers are now just going to have to finishing up the time. So it is going to be quite very worked up to be able to get this prototype race car to be able to get ready. So this is going to be very fun to enjoy, but this might be giving a lot more work to to be able to keep up on this lap, but this is going to be able to take a challenging there. So I hope that this is going to be one good, brilliant race that if we might be able to succeed. Alright, so looks like 6th place is now going to be moved in, because this is going to get everything well managed check to do it. So I hope that the LMP1s are definitely the most highest prototype race cars. So maybe just going to have to give the Group C, Will might be able to take the chance for the 5-speed transmission to be able to work faster to take the limits. Just going to have to wait for a few moments until the last 4 is about to be finished. So looks like now only takes 16 players in this section of this race that this is going to get everything ready. So I hope that this is going to be very tougher to be able to get ready for this race, and this is going to be quite going on the way to be able to going on the feature to the higher ranks is going to be able to go in for. But this is going to be very challenging to be able to be prepared for everything. Now, just going to have 20 seconds until the qualifying results is going to be completed for. So I hope that this is going to be a one good excellent race like this year's on the 24 Hours of Le Mans, and this will get everything going. Alright, results confirmed and qualifying complete. This is going to get everything ready to go, and this is going to be a one fast Group 1 race event on Circuit de la Sarthe in Le Mans. Now, this is going to be able to have 5 laps on this race, and this might get prepared for a one good challenging race to begin. And this is going to be able to take a lot more speed and cornering. Might be able to do it. So looks like Alex in the car is definitely takes the head start, so he might be able to get ready. So this is going to be giving a lot more better ways to be able to keep moving and keep up the improvements. So we'll make sure we'll have a nice clean race. It will make sure we might be able to get a chance. This is going to get very challenging to be prepared. So we'll make sure this is going to be able to work hard and work fast to do it. Alright, let's go and get started. This is going to be a best of luck for having a Group 1 race. Here we are, is round 23 of the 2019 Nations Cup on GT Sport, racing on Circuit de la Sarthe with Group 1 prototype race car. So let's go and begin. First up is Alex in the car with a Porsche 919 Hybrid with a custom livery. Second place is Sir Leroy Jenkins with another Porsche 919 Hybrid. Third place is Opie Slim 80. Fourth place is Jammer 1796 with an Audi R18. Fifth place is Speedstar GTS with a custom livery Audi R18. Sixth place is myself with a Salford Mercedes C9 with a Toll Drama Island livery Killer Bass. Seventh place is Punisher PB 1973. Eighth place is XGMRX with a Porsche 919 Hybrid custom livery. Ninth place is Benny Mustang 9410 with a Mazda LM55 Vision GT. 10th place is Celestista 501. 11th place is X-Blade XSRT8 with a Bugatti Vision GT Group 1. 12th place is Scuba Stu 1 for the Alpine. 13th is Gillian DeGray for the Porsche 919 Hybrid. 14th place is X Blackout GSDX for the Porsche 919 Hybrid. 15th place is Rhino Torn Up for the custom Porsche 919 Hybrid. 16th place is for the Precious 908 HDI. And this is going to be a very well settled for this race to be able to get ready. This is going to be a one fast race, one tough challenge, and one winning moment that this might be able to come in for. So let's begin for this race, and this is going to be quite brilliant to be able to have a good 5 lap on the race. And looks like the jet's flying in to be able to represent the country, and this is going to be a one good fast 5 lap challenge for every prototype race car, and it's going on the way. The spectators are cheering for the prototype race cars for the LMP1 race cars who might take the chance to win. And this is going to be very challenging to be prepared for. And now this is going to be a separate battle for a 3-way challenge between Vision GT, Group C, and LMP1 are definitely might be going in to take the battle for a prototype race cars for the years to come. Now, looks like this is going to get very challenging to be able to go in, and looks like Punisher BB1973 overtakes my current lead, and looks like XGMRX is in overtaking as well, because this is going to get pretty worked hard to be able to go in, but it's all about taking an exercise caution that this is going to be able to take a much more faster distance to get there. But this is going to be taking a lot more high speed to take the advantage. But this is going to end, and oh, that's going to leave a mark. That is a very tough race that this might be able to go in for. What a tough race is going to be able to avoid the accidents that this is going to be taking a lot more ways to go. Automatic repair is in progress to be able to take some time. Hazard lights are now enabled for use, and this is going to be giving a little bit time to take repairs to go for. But this is going to be a very rough moment that this is going to be able to take a little bit possible ways to be able to avoid. Now, looks like taking a lot of quick recovery is complete. Now it's time for me to get back on the run. Now, it's going to be a little bit harder to be able to stay on the maintained pace. It's going to be very challenging to go there. So it's going to be quite very partially that this is going to be able to avoid it. Now it's going to be able to take a lot more time to concentrate it, and oh, looks like 2 of them just got caught up on the sand trap. Take some time and then learn the ways to be able to slow down. It looks like X Blackout is definitely passes my current position, and this is going to be going in to go there. But this is going to be giving a little bit faster approach to be able to take as much possible ways to get in for. But this is going to get pretty close, and then this is going to giving a good dive in to be able to make a good approach. Right? Taking on that Indianapolis section corner is going to be going in, going faster to get there, and this is going to be quite coming in, and it definitely might be got caught up on it, because this is going to be quite going in for. Now, giving a first place check on Alex in the car. He's still taking a lot more faster ways by using the Porsche 919 Hybrid. Is going to be going in to keep going faster to do it. Now, this is going to give him a little bit more ways to be able to take the Porsche corner. It's going to be difficult and very challenging to take the freestyle turn. Is going faster as possible to be able to go on for. Now, looks like this is going to be able to play rough, and this is going to be very challenging to be able to make sure, because this is going to be a one challenging race to be able to reach the moment and take on that fourth chicane. Is going to be going in, and oh, looks like that was a very hard way to be able to giving a hard push. That can be a very disrespectful way to be able to have a one good clean turn. That was a very hard way to be able to get there. But that was a very tough race and very challenging to be able to get there. Alright. I hope that this is going to be quite very roughly, that this is going to be going well. But this is going to be giving the best way to be able to use the traction controls to be on the zero. Is going to be able to make it work well and very properly, that this is going to be able to take some time. It's going to be able to make a good successful to be able to take a lot of easy going advantage. Taking out and out is going to be quite going fast and simple to be able to get there. But looks like Sir Leroy Jenkins is in the lead and he is going faster to be able to catch up to it. This is going to have to take a lot of more concentration, that this is going to be able to go forward and go as possible to be able to do as always. But this is going to be taking a lot of tougher to be able to get everything worked hard to go on it. Now the gap distance is going to be quite very less increasing, so just going to have to take some time to do a little increased effect, that this is going to be able to go all the way. Alright, this is going to have to get everything worked hard and then take that chicane, and this is going to be able to take concentration. Oh, looks like that was so close. Looks like I almost had it, and this is going to get everything well managed up on it. But this is going to be getting a little bit harder to be able to get there. Now, this is going to be able to take a dirt lap. It's going to be able to going in, and looks like taking a little bit hard collision on the Mulsanne is going to be quite going possible to get there. Now, looks like this is going to be going in and keep going forward, and this is going to be able to take some chances for it. It looks like Alex in the car is back in the lead. No, certainly has also, as always. This is going to be quite very possible to see the top two opponents is definitely might be going in. Now, this is going to be very excellent to get closer, and then this is going to be able to take some time to be able to do a lot more concentration to go better. But this race is going to be very intense to be able to get there. But nothing else is perfect, because we'll make sure we have to try our best if we can. But this is going to be able to take a lot more possibilities to be able to take a lot in. And oh, looks like this is going to be a little bit harder for us. It looks like XSRT8 just definitely slammed onto opponents. That could be very hard to do it, but it's going to be quite very possible to be able to avoid it. Now, looks like this is going to be a one-part race, that this is going to be able to stay on it. This is going to be much more ways to be able to have a racing responsibility, that this is going to be able to get better. Now, looks like taking a possible way to be able to make it nice and slow. Then, moving on to the 9th place that I'm just currently at, and this is going to be able to go faster as possible. Now, it's going to be going roughly for us, that this is going to be getting a lot more ways to be able to get better, but it's a very hard professional way to master the prototype race car. It's difficult to be able to achieve and master it. So it's going to be getting a lot more closer to be able to get better. Now, looks like this is going to get pretty closer, and then XSRT8 is going to be going in, and then takes a little bit of time to do a little bit slipstream to be able to overtake. Him and his Bugatti Vision GT Gr.1 is going faster and quicker to be able to take a lot more runs to be able to get there. So it's going to be takes a lot more distance to be able to reach up on it, because this is all about the battle distance is going to be able to press on, and then this is going to be able to keep going to go at it. And this is going to be given a good safer way to be able to keep going on the 9th better chicane, and this is going to be going well to do it. And it looks like Sir Leroy Jenkins is back in the lead, and this is going to be his best winning moment to be able to keep going. It looks like how Alex in the car would like to be able to take the chance to be able to keep going and press on. So this is going to be takes a lot more speed distance. We might be able to get everything going on as soon as possible. Now, taking on the halfway there for taking on a long rope is going to be able to get there. So this is going to be able to take some more time to do a little bit distance to be able to make it short. And then this is going to be able to take approaching in on the Mustang, and good thing giving a nice safe call to grab as possible. Now looks like other GT racers from behind were taking a lot more chances to be able to get in, but this is going to be able to take a lot more concentration, that this is going to be able to give a good push, good distance, and giving a lot more speed to take a lot of turbocharge to be able to get in for. But this is going to get pretty worked hard to be able to have a very good race, and this is going to be quite very well handled, but it's all about very talented ways to be able to make it there, but this is going to be quite giving the moment to spare. Alright, taking a little bit of gap distance to be shown, so it looks like 5 seconds ahead is going to be able to go on the way. Now, this is going to be able to take a little bit possibility to be able to make a good chance to go there, if possible to be able to have one pit stop for available use, because this is going to be able to use it wisely. This is all about the competitive prototype race car is going to be going fast and going better to be able to get everything going on for it. But this is going to be able to take a little bit few at a distance, we might be able to take some time to go there. But this is going to be very roughly, this is going to be able to take a little bit partially to be able to stay on it. Alright, fourth lap is going in, and this is going to be able to take some time until this one might be able to make it in. It's going to be able to be on its way. But this is going to be able to take a lot of more distance to be able to get there. So it's definitely messy out here, but other racers are definitely might be able to try and keep up on this race. And this is going to be quite giving the good moment, so this is going to be giving the time to spare. Okay, just going to keep it going. Now, this is going to be getting a little bit more ways to be able to come, so looks like Sir Leroy Jenkins is back onto the lead, and this is going to be able to take a little bit much more time to be able to reach up to the finish line. Good thing Leroy Jenkins is definitely might be the only winner of this round, and this is going to be very challenging to be able to have a good Group 1 race to begin. But this is going to be given a good time to be able to have a good distance. We might be able to keep up on the pace. And giving a little bit possible that this is going to be able to take a little bit much more time to be able to get there. So this is going to be able to do it quick and do it fast. And then this is going to be able to take a lot of duration of the tires, that this wheel might get depleted very soon. Okay. Just giving a little bit handling check that this is going to be very needed to do it. So it's going to be able to take a lot more closer ways to get there. And the car is back in the lead, and this is going to be a little bit tight of approach to be able to get on the struggle. Is going to be get there, and oh, looks like that could be a hard sand trap. This is going to be the harder way to be able to get there. But this is the most difficult way to be able to have the yellow flag to be called in for. Now, this is going to be able to have to get everything far close to get there. So, looks like this is going to be able to take its last stand. One pit stop available. There's no turning back. If any GT players could probably take it to take some new special tires, it's going to be able to get close. Now, it's just going to go back in onto the Indianapolis section corner on the right angle by the 90 degree. It's going to be able to do it. So this is going to be able to take a little bit time closer until this is going to be able to take a nice pit stop where it might give a turn. So, looks like it's almost there to reach up at the end of the last lap. So it looks like Alex in the car is finally made it at last. So he'll be able to take on to the checker flag to win this race. And this is going to be a very tough moment to be able to get everything going. Now, looks like this is going to be able to take a little bit far turns to be able to keep going faster and better. But this is going to be able to take a concentration that this is going to be able to, and then this is going to be able to get a little bit softer to be able to keep a well maintained for this race, and this is going to get everything worked hard. Now, here we go, final lap, this is it. This will be on the way, and then this is going to be able to have a very last race to be able to go there, and this is going to be able to take one last stand, and then this is going to be able to take a lot more duration. We'll be able to be low anytime soon. Okay, just going to keep going, and then this is going to be able to take a lot more time to get in for. Oh, looks like this is going to giving a little bit losing edge on it, because try to keep up OBS 80, and this is going to be giving your time to be able to stay out of it. Now, this is going to be very much far closer to be able to get there. I hope Sir Leroy Jenkins definitely might be able to come up on it, because this is going to be very challenging ways to be able to make it there, and this is going to be able to make it through. So this is going to be giving a little bit distance to be shown, but this is going to be doing a lot more better to do it quick, and doing much faster distance we might be able to get there. So this is going to be able to take one good chance to doing this, because two of them on the top lead is definitely might be going up and doing race, because this is all about the prototype race car is going to get very challenging, as this is going to be able to take much further ways to get there. Almost there, just going to take a little bit of pushing in on the Mulsanne corner, and this is going to be able to have a stopping point, and this is going to be going a little bit possible to be able to avoid the sand trap, because the sand trap barely want to eat us with our tires, because that's how the way it was, because the Mulsanne corner is definitely the most hardest trick to be able to go better. Alright, take that Minneapolis section corner, and this is going to be taking a lot more better ways to get it through, and this is going to be able to take a few other corners to go, and this is going to be one better race to be able to get there. Okay, looks like the race is over. Looks like Alex in the car has finally reached up in the finish line, followed by Sir Leroy Jenkins in second, and looks like all the others are definitely might be able to see to the finish line as possible until the time remains. So looks like Bear has to hurry up, and then this is going to be able to take some time until, and this is going to get very roughly to be able to stay on the far edge, and this is going to be getting a little bit possible ways to be able to get there, but it's going to be quite coming close. Take that short chicane, and this is going to be able to make it there, and it looks like I just finally made it in one piece. Well, looks like this is going to be a very tough race that this is going to be quite coming in for. Now, looks like that was a very good race, and mostly I just barely survived without a penalty mark on the red dot. Is definitely might be going on the way, but we did very good, folks. We did very good. So, looks like that considers to be able to have 8 plates might be going in, so maybe a decreased driver rating effect might be able to come to occur. Well, maybe this might be able to find out. So, well, looks like that was a very good, well done for this race, and this is might be able to do the best we can. So, looks like it's already been maxed out on the daily workout for giving a total distance. So this is might be able to come very well opted for it. Well, I can't say that this is might be good to congratulate Alex in the car for doing a good job for this race. Now, looks like this is going to be giving a good hard race, that this is going to be quite very challenging for it, but, well, sometimes every prototype race car is going to be able to have a very good race for giving a good tougher moments to be able to get time to spare. Now, I hope that this is going to be giving a good replay that might be available, that this is going to be giving a good recap, that this is going to be able to have a kind of a highlights, that this is going to be good for it. Well, of course, X-Blaze X SRT8. I know how you've been barely lost control of the Bugatti Vision GT Gr.1 is definitely might be turned out very mistakenly, but we'll make sure we'll have to try to be careful next time, so we'll have to do the best you can, because it's all about taking a lot more practice if you might take the chance to do it for racing. Well, Jeline de Gr. is definitely might be quite to say, okay, cool, thanks for saying. So, that's how I always talks about having mistakes, folks, because people make mistakes. We'll make sure we'll make it better until we'll have to do the right thing to make it right. Alright, so looks like this is going to be a good race going on the Nations Cup. So looks like Manufacturer Series is coming up anytime soon on round 3. So good thing that this is going to be able to get ready for the next round, and this will might get prepared. So for the daily workout complete, let's see which vehicle should I get. Another Mazda RX-7 FC model. Very good to be added into the garage. So, very good ways to be able to have a good prototype race car is going to be able to take one important ways to be able to do it during the race day. Just try to keep control of the prototype race car is going to be fully well managed. So it's going to be able to do better to be able to keep up on this race. So we'll make sure we'll get better if we might be able to have a better chance to go there. So, good thing bringing out the Sauber Mercedes C9 with a Total Drama Island livery design with a Kilobass logo on it. But this is very worked hard and worked faster to go there. And this is going to be very challenging to be able to get everything going on. So we'll make sure this is going to be a competitive, fast race. Is going to be going challenging to go all the way in. So we'll make sure we'll keep it going and keep control of the prototype race car to go as possible. Alright folks, glad that you really enjoyed this race. Thank you for watching. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for reaching up a 100 subscriber goal. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and bell for notification uploads if you want. And the links in the description down below if you want to see more if you're interested. I'll be see you guys next time on the next round on the Nations Cup on Gran Turismo Sport. And I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing. Stay cool.